Hello, it is Dr. Jacinta Mpali and Kana, your transformational coach and spiritual counselor. Welcome to Tap the Good, which is a portal of transformational coaching and spiritual counseling. With Tap the Good, you will learn how to tap the good from any circumstance. You will be able to remember who you are and what resources you have within you to live life on your terms. You will learn how to release emotional turmoil, resurrect yourself from all bondage, cross over as your own rescuer, your own solution as Christ consciousness. That is the summary of about what I do. Alright, so I have had so many questions regarding Ho.oponopono. On my videos, I receive about 15 to 20 questions every so often, but I've chosen the most common ones and I'm going to do all my best to answer these questions to help you understand Ho.oponopono, how it works, what it can do, and maybe you will be able to utilize the skill in the best way possible to release or resolve whatever you want to be released or resolved. All right, let's get on it. The first question I receive is Ho.oponopono magic? No, Ho.oponopono is not magic. It's not voodoo. It's not woo-woo. Ho.oponopono is a Hawaiian. It's an ancient Hawaiian spiritual and emotional healing technique. It is amazing. If you want to know more about it, I'm sorry to say, but you gotta Google it, because if I start talking about it, I will never be able to complete or achieve the goal I've set today, which is answering your questions. But in brief, Ho.oponopono is about taking full responsibility of the way you feel. It's a very empowering technique that helps you to recognize that whatever you're experiencing is in your consciousness and you've accepted it, you've perceived it, you've given it attention, you've made it part of your consciousness, part of your reality, whether it's about you or somebody else. So the first step is taking full responsibility of this emotion or this memory or this perception or conclusion, taking responsibility of it dwelling in your consciousness. So Ho.oponopono really helps you take responsibility so that you don't wait for somebody else to come and serve you. And it's also a technique that illustrates that you're not your emotions, you're not your problems, you're not whatever you're trying to resolve. You're separate from it. And as a separate entity, you can be able to resolve anything else that you're not attached to. All right, the second question I receive is why isn't it working? Okay, so let me tell you a story that I was told once by one of my many teachers and counselors. He said that when you throw a stone in a lake or an ocean or sea, the time taken to throw that stone in that water body is not the same time that will be taken to look for that stone and remove it. If you want to remove that exact stone from the water body in which you threw it in, you will have to literally go under the water and look. Maybe you will have to dig through certain piles or look in all corners until you find the stone. It's not as easy as removing what you accepted as it is easy as accepting it. Okay, so it will work for as long as you're ready. If you say why isn't it Ho.oponopono working, it's because you're not working it properly. It's not about the technique, it's about how you use the technique. It's not about the tools that you have, it's about how you use the tools or the faith you have in the tools, especially the faith. Faith means you have connected whatever you're using in your heart. You have love for it. You believe with all your heart that it's gonna work. If you're working with your brain and just repeating and affirming the 4 Ho.oponopono statements just as a matter of narrating or cramming or affirming, it's not gonna work. You have to feel it in your heart. You have to have faith about it, and you have to know that it is working. So if it's not working, you're not working it. All right, question number 3. By the way, I forgot to tell you there are about 14 questions that I'll be answering today. Question number 2 is number 3, how long does it take to work? How long does it take to work? It really depends. If you have, for instance, like the example I gave you about the stone, if you are looking for that stone in the ocean or the lake, you might find other stones that are, building on top of it. Stones that you also don't need, you don't use, you don't want in your life. You don't want in your lake, okay? Let's imagine your lake is your subconscious mind, is your inner world. So you will have to start removing all the other stones on top of the stone that you're looking for, meaning that you will have to remove the layers and layers of whatever other emotions have accrued out of the original emotion that you're looking for. You will have to dissolve and detach and release your attachment and recognition of it, so that you get to the bottom level of whatever you're looking for and then release it. So how long does it take? It takes as long as you need to resolve everything around the issue. So for instance, you might be doing Ho.oponopono for abuse. They abused me, I'm attached to the abuse, Now, as you work on that, then you feel the anger. Now you have to resolve to detach from the anger. You have to resolve the anger. You have to release the anger. You have to release your attachment and relationship with the anger. Now let's imagine you release the anger and then another emotion of fear comes up. Then you have to release and resolve the fear. You see, you came onto the video, you started Ho.oponopono for abuse, to resolve the memory of abuse. But now you will have to resolve all the other emotions that pop up because they've been created or are rooted in abuse, so that the abuse doesn't have support from all these other negative emotions that are accrued, and then it can fall out of your consciousness. All right. Question number 4 is, can I deal with more than one issue in one session? It is advisable that you deal with one issue at a time. That is straightforward. Deal with one issue at a time. Resolve it. Don't panic. Don't worry. This is about your life, okay? Take time with the issues that you need to resolve and resolve them. And then question number 5 is, what if I start feeling worse? What if I start feeling worse? If you start feeling, just because you're feeling worse doesn't mean that the tool is not working. It only means that underneath whatever you're working on was another emotion that had to be dealt with. So it pops up into your consciousness, into your energy, and it's alerting you. It's telling you, hey, deal with me as well. So just because you feel worse doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It means that there was so much more than you knew that you had to resolve. So don't give up. Just deal with the particular issue that is popping up that is making you feel worse. Detach from the feeling. Take full responsibility of the feeling being popping up. Detach from it. Resolve the relationship, the attachments, the resonances, the perception of it. Go through the session again. All right. And the 6th question is, can I heal other people? It really depends on what you mean and what you want to heal within other people. For instance, if your intention is egoistical, for instance, you have a workmate and maybe they are gossipers, or you have someone who is giving you a hard time, they are really giving you a hard time. Maybe it's your husband, he's abusive, and you want to heal his abuse. That is an egoistical desire. It is not your responsibility to heal emotions in other people. It's your responsibility to heal how you perceive these emotions, how you perceive their behavior. It's your responsibility to heal how their behavior is affecting you. What you have allowed their behavior to affect you, how you have allowed their behavior to affect you. That is your responsibility. It's your business to deal with your business, how you feel about their behavior. It's not your business to deal with their business. It's your business to deal with your business. So the egoistical desire of resolving their abusive nature is literally it's just like one dark coin. It's like you're judging. Now you're judging that there is something wrong with them, and that is another sin, which is crossing the mark. Judging other people will also weigh you down, because you're perceiving them as negatively. Judging other people is gonna weigh you down because you perceived something negative, so it's gonna weigh you down. So the less you judge, the better. Actually, don't judge at all. And I know that's hard. That's really hard, because an SOB can come and cross your line and you just have to scream on top of your voice. But you take a deep breath and say, okay, I'm gonna let that go, because if I let it in, it's gonna harass my consciousness, it's gonna weigh me down. So there is only one God. You have to come up with a mantra. I came up with a mantra that says, God is within me, I'm one with God, I'm one with good, I'm free, I'm freedom itself. All I can say, divine order is in order. Because sometimes some people can really push you, like you step out of you lose your ground and you just want to judge them. So you have to learn you have to find something that works for you to bring you back to center. All right. Question number 7. I'm still answering question number 6. Can I heal other people? The love way you can heal other people is, for instance, if someone is ill and they've given you permission, you can't heal them per se, but you can heal your recognition of the illness in them, because whatever you perceive becomes part of your consciousness. So if you perceive and accept someone as ill, then you have to heal that perception. You have to resolve and dissolve that perception and that conclusion that someone is ill. When you heal it within yourself, it's unbelievable. Somewhere, somehow, it is dissolved in them, especially if they gave you permission to heal them. Okay, so how do I share these sessions and how do they heal you? I share these sessions and they are able to help you because, first of all, you come on my YouTube channel, you select what will work for you, you acquire it, you take responsibility, and you make it your own. That's how you are able to resolve the issues that you resolve. But it's not me who literally comes in your mind and heals you. I offer the technique, you recruit it for yourself, and you heal yourself. All right, question number 7 is, if I resolve an issue, will it return? Okay, if I resolve an issue, will it return? It will return as long as you allow it to return. And it will sometimes, if it returns, it might also mean that you didn't resolve its entirety. You felt a little bit of relief, and then just relaxed about it. So it remained lingering in your consciousness. But if you completely and wholeheartedly resolved and let it go, it won't return. It will return if you don't change your behavior, your inner world behavior. It will return if you do the same things that you did that recruited them. For instance, if you are in an abusive relationship and your husband hit you, and then you healed your anger towards him hitting you, but continue being in the marriage, and then he hits you again, of course the anger is going to return. So if you want your situation to change completely when you're using Ho.oponopono, one of the things you have to do, as you take full responsibility of how you feel, you have to take full responsibility of what you did, what created that issue in your mind. And once you take full responsibility, you also reminded, oh my God, I will never do this again. I will never relate to those people again. I will never talk to that person again. Not because I don't love them, but it's because, or not because I hate them, but it's because the programs in their subconscious mind do not conflict with mine. Their programs conflict with mine, and I don't want to deal with the consequences. All right, moving forward. Question number 8 is, can I heal ancestral curses or witchcraft with Ho.oponopono? Ho.oponopono is extremely powerful, but if you're going to heal such deep ancestral issues that were created before your time, you have to use advanced Ho.oponopono sessions by a healer, by an advanced Ho.oponopono practitioner like myself. And I also want to let you know that the way every Ho.oponopono practitioner marries their other techniques and skills into the session, into the technique. So I pull so many other techniques from every other technique and qualification I have, and then marry it with Ho.oponopono. So for ancestral, lineage, witchcraft work, oh my God, yes, Ho.oponopono can help you release your attachment, your belief in it, but for you to resolve it completely, you need spiritual warfare, you need biblical, spiritual, what are they called, rituals. You need some energy work to be done. You need prayer. You need a little bit more than the Ho.oponopono to help you resolve it completely. You need a little bit more than it can offer you. Question number 10 is, can one session dissolve all my problems? No, it will not. Unless your problem is like a little bit of stress. Unless your problem is stress. So you could heal Ho.oponopono in one session as long as you remember how not to get stressed, how not to allow negative experiences influence your emotions. If you can remember not to do that, then one session will help you. Question number 10 has been, can I change the water? This is for advanced Ho.oponopono. I get questions about the water. Let's imagine you wrote up your problem or problems on a piece of water and on a piece of paper, and then placed it in the water, and then you do the Ho.oponopono every day. You do a Ho.oponopono session for 9 days, and the question has always been, can I change the water? Of course you can change the water. You can pour everything in the toilet and flush it and say, with the power of I am that I am, Christ consciousness within me, I flush you out of my system. I now cross over and resurrect into the truth of being one with God, being one with love, being one with flow, and being one with absolute divine, happiness or whatever you want. Then, after flushing it, repeat the process. You could do it for 10 days. You could do it for 9 days so that it doesn't stink. You flush it and begin again until the issue is completely resolved. Again, I received this question so many times. Yes, you can change the water, flush the water with the pepper in it, and then go through the process all over again. Then question number 11 is, can I be at word with the at it? Can Ho.oponopono heal my problems? No. What is the other question? Please give me. I think the last question is, can you offer me more sessions for free? No. No, I cannot offer you more sessions for free. It takes a lot of time to record these videos. It's a lot of time to edit and sit down and really think about you guys and offer what I can. Please do not email me asking for more free sessions. What I've given you as free is enough. And if you really want to receive changes in your life, you have to invest in yourself. Energy is never lost. If you have it for free, it will not last. Nothing is for free. You really have to invest in yourself. You have to pay someone to help you deal with your issues. When you pay someone to help you resolve your issues, you even become more serious, and that will also be a signal to your subconscious mind that I'm really tired, sick and tired of you hanging in me, and I'm ready to let you go. That's why I'm investing in resolving and releasing you out of my system. All right, you guys, I hope I've answered all your questions. Now, if you have more questions, go through this video. I'm very sure you will be able to find all the answers you need. But if I did not answer any question, just leave comments in this video below. Until then, I'm sending you abundant love from my heart to yours. Have a nice weekend. Bye for now. Peace and blessings.